Welcome back to Astrology with Ninad. The end of 2024 is almost here. We only have a couple of more months left. So, in this video, I am going to discuss the monthly horoscope detailed prediction for November and December 2024 for all the 12 signs of the zodiac. I am going to discuss major life areas such as career, health, finance, business, love life, education, travel, and much more. So, I have posted the timestamps in the description box below for your convenience so you can click on the time that corresponds to your moon or rising sign and watch accordingly. So, without any further ado, I am going to get started on the prediction part. For my Aries Mesh Rashi friends, let's take a look at your career area first. If you look at November, well, your career lord Saturn is finally going to turn direct and is going to keep transiting in the 11th house of gains from the career area in its own Mool Trikon Aquarius. So that is definitely a huge positive indication. But you cannot ignore the fact that your Lagna Lord Mars is in debilitation in November and December, and it will keep impacting your 10th and the 11th house. So the aspect on the 10th is going to be great because it is an exalted aspect that will provide you with the boost, the motivation, the energy to get things done, to achieve your projects in a timely manner. But the 8th aspect on Saturn, on your career lord, is not that great because Saturn and Mars do not really get along that well. But do not fear because Jupiter is here. Jupiter's beneficial drishti will still be there in November and December on your career house, which will help to balance the situation to a great extent. Although some extra added work pressure can be there in November, try to balance that as much as possible. Avoid getting into too much confrontations or arguments with your seniors, with your colleagues, because that could cause issues. But if you stay calm, collected, you keep focusing on your own work, on your task, on your duties, avoid office politics, then you will reap the rewards, especially in the month of December when Venus transits to your career house and your fifth lord Sun transits to the Bhagyastan. So the month of December is going to even get better. It's going to be even more progressive. And for those people who don't have a job, I highly recommend use the month of December to your advantage. Give lots of interviews because there is a very good chance you can land a good job with a decent salary and benefits package. And you have Venus transiting in your career house. So make the most use of it. If we talk about the business area, well, both November and December are going to be good months for your business activity. Try to stick a bit more to the status quo in the month of November and even the first half of December. Try not to take too many major risks if possible. Try to do what you have always been doing, and that way you will keep making profits, increasing your revenue, and avoiding any sort of bad business decisions, because your fifth lord will be in the 8th house. That is why you need to be careful. But in December, in the second half, Sun will transit to your Bhagyastan, right? Venus will transit to your Karma Bhav. So this is showing a very strong indication of success in your business endeavors. If we talk about finance, overall the financial area is going to keep getting better from November and well into December, because Jupiter is gracing your second house with its beneficial placement. It is a planet of expansion, it is a planet of opportunities, it is a planet of luck. Saturn also in its Mool Trikon in your 11th bhava. Your second lord is also going to be quite well placed, first in the 9th house in the sign of Sagittarius, creating a beautiful Rashi Parivartan Yog with Jupiter. Jupiter transiting in the sign of Taurus, which is Venus ruled, and Venus transiting in the sign of Sagittarius, which is Jupiter rule. So a beautiful Rashi Parivartan Yog in November, followed by a very friendly transit to your 10th house of Karma Bhav. So the inflow of finances can even come through a bonus, promotion, or a salary increment from your job. So the financial area is looking to be quite good. If we talk about health area, overall health area is going to be a bit sensitive throughout the 2 months. So try to take care of your health because your ascendant Lord Mars will be in debilitation both the months, and also directionally it will be quite weak because Mars gains Digbal in the 10th house, which is directionally it becomes very powerful in the 10th house. But now it will be transiting in the 4th house, which is a very directionally weak position. And not only that, it will be in the Neech Rasi, in the debilitation sign of Cancer. But still, it's not a bad thing. Cancer is still a friendly sign for Mars because it is great friends with the ruler Moon. But then you also have Mercury, your 6th lord, which will be transiting in the 8th bhava in the month of November and December. So try not to ignore any acute health issues because if you ignore it too much, it can become somewhat of a chronic problem. So be attentive to that. If we talk about love life, well, in the month of November, it is not a good month for getting into the love and romantic area or jumping into a new relationship. Try to just stick with the status quo if possible. If you're already in a relationship, there can be some ups and downs. So try to compromise. Try not to get into unnecessary arguments. In the month of December, slowly things will start to change for the better, especially after December 15, when your 5th Lord Sun will transit to the Bhagyastan. So this will be a game changer as it will come out of the 8th house and the malefic drishti of Saturn. So at that time, for single people, there could be some new options pop up. Maybe you can think of, talking to some compatible people and maybe, getting into relationship with one of them. Because the time is going to be quite good in the last 2 weeks of December. But you must still be careful because Saturn's direct influence on your 5th house will be there even in December. So for those couples in a relationship, still don't think that everything is going to be hunky-dory. You still need to keep working on your relationship, trying to improve it and trying to be as transparent as possible. If we talk about marriage, in terms of those single people wanting to get married, well, the time after November 6 is looking to be good, and even the month of December is looking to be fairly decent. So now if your overall chart supports that, you are running a good Mahadasha, Antardasha, then there is a strong possibility that a single person can find the partner of their choice and get married. For those married couples, overall, the time is going to be quite good. There can be some long distance traveling, vacation journeys involved with your spouse, and that will only help to improve your relationship, your marriage, your married life. And overall, the time is looking to be good throughout November and December. If we talk about education, in terms of primary education for those students pursuing high school bachelor's, the time can be quite good because you will have a lot of energy, lot of motivation now to get things done, to achieve good grades. In terms of higher education, for those students pursuing master's PhD program, the time is going to be quite good as the month keeps progressing. Especially the month of December is going to be quite good for your academic pursuit. In terms of travel, short distance travel, journey, vacation is going to be not that favorable throughout November and December. So if you can avoid doing too much of that, it will be better for you. If we talk about long distance travel, journey, and vacation, the time is looking to be fairly good throughout November and December. So you can certainly think of the same. Just do your proper research and then embark on any long distance travel. So I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Aries friends and I wish you the best. For my Taurus Vrishabha Rashi friends, let's talk about your career area first. If we look at November, it is going to be mostly a good month for you. Reason being, your career Lord Saturn is finally going to turn direct at the very start of the month itself. And that too in its own Mool Trikon Rashi, Aquarius, and in the 10th house, which is a Upchaya Bhava, where a planet like Saturn is known to do extremely well. But you cannot ignore the fact that Mars' 8th aspect will be there on Saturn not only in November but in December as well. What does that mean for you? Well, it means that you have to be careful in your communication, in your overall demeanor, in your approach with your colleagues, with your seniors, and the upper management. Because, especially in November, Saturn's strong malefic impact will also be there on Sun and even the first 2 weeks of December, which means that you basically have to focus on your task, on your duties, and avoid getting into unnecessary confrontation and arguments with your subordinates, colleagues, or bosses. And that way, you will continue to make excellent progress at the workplace and do very well in your career in both the months. If we talk about business area, then overall, both the months are looking actually quite good for your business. November and December can prove to be quite profitable and rewarding months for you if you play your cards right. Because your business Lord Mars, although it will be in debilitation, it will be transiting in the friendly sign of Cancer in the third house. The third house is an excellent placement for a planet like Mars. It is a Upchaya Bhava, right? So it is an improvement, house of growth. So Mars will keep giving you better and better results. And especially if you have a business with foreign connections or any import export type of business, then you can do extremely well in both the months. Use communication to your advantage, be straightforward, be direct. Just make sure that people don't misunderstand or take you the wrong way, but be courageous and stand up for yourself when it comes to your running the business. If we talk about finance, overall the financial area is going to be strong throughout the month, throughout both November and December, because Rahu first of all is in your 11th house, right? So Rahu transiting in the 11th is a huge blessing in and of itself. So both the months Rahu will be helping to bring in that money flow. And also the Lord of your house of gains, Jupiter, will be retrograde, right? So it will be very strong, very powerful, and it is transiting in your ascendant itself where it becomes Digbali. So Jupiter being a planet of expansion, of opportunities, can really help you to figure out where your financial prosperity lies, how you can revamp your finances, how you can utilize both these months to your advantage in building a good stream of income flow which can generate yield of return down the road for many months and years to come. So try to work out on a good plan on how you can better utilize and invest your finances. If we talk about health area, overall, the time in November is not looking that great for health area. So do not neglect any chronic health issues if something was to bother you. But in the month of December, things will start to get a whole lot better. You will start to come out of any health issues. Your energy levels will again rise. Your immunity will get stronger. So take good care of your health, and overall, I am not seeing any major concerns. If we talk about love life, then in terms of the love life area for single people, there is going to be good chances to meet potential matches in the month of November and December. Your fifth lord will be transiting in the seventh house, right? So, in a way, it is indicating a person you might meet. You could certainly think of even marrying them down the road. And it can be a very karmic connection because of Ketu's presence in the fifth house and the beautiful aspect of Jupiter on the fifth as well. For those already in a relationship, there can be quite some progressive talks, some talks leading to even marriage, because your fifth lord again transiting in the seventh and the drishti of Jupiter on the seventh on Mercury can enhance some serious talks, some serious discussion about taking your relationship to the next level. Now, talking about marriage area, married life, well, for those people actually wanting to get married, the time is looking good. Overall, it is supportive. Even if Saturn's aspect is on the 7th, you have Jupiter's aspect on the 7th, which is a protective aspect. Your 7th Lord Mars will also be well placed throughout November, December. But just make sure that your overall natal birth chart, your Mahadasha, Antardasha support the same as well. Because let's say you are running Mahadasha of Saturn, Antardasha of Saturn, or even the Pratyantardasha, then it can have a slightly detrimental impact. If we talk about married couples, overall, if you are going to be respectful, caring, loving, faithful, loyal, honest, transparent with your spouse, then you are going to have a beautiful 2 months of your married life in November and December that I'm seeing. If we talk about education, in terms of primary education for those students pursuing bachelor's and high school, the time is a bit tough, so you will need to really put in a lot of hard work and effort, and then only you can see any good grades in both November and December. But the reverse is true for higher education related matters. For those students pursuing master's PhD program, the time is looking to be quite good throughout the month of November and December. You will have a lot of energy, enthusiasm, motivation to get your projects done, to do your research, to give examinations, to present papers, to defend your thesis, to do whatever it takes to be successful in your academic pursuit. If we talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journey, the time is looking good throughout the month and I do not see any concerns. In terms of long distance travel journey vacation, the time is also looking quite good both the months, and as long as you do not speed and drive your vehicle, if you are planning to go abroad for a vacation or any business related matters, or even for your career related area, maybe attending a seminar, conference, whatever the case might be, maybe try to take a trusted friend with you, maybe a family member, maybe your spouse, and it can be good for you. So I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Taurus Vrishabha Rashi friends for November and December 2024. I wish you the very best. For my Gemini Mithun Rashi friends, let's talk about your career area. If we look at both November and December, fortunately, the timeline is now improving. Things are going to start to get better. You will start to feel respite in your career area after quite some time. Because even though Rahu's presence in your 10th house of career is not bad in and of itself, because a malefic planet like Rahu is known to do very well when placed in a Upchaya Bhava. But its energies are not really directed in the right way because its dispositor, the career house Lord Jupiter, is in the 12th house of loss and expenses, the Vyastan. It is the house of hurdles, obstacles, enemies. So naturally, you must have been facing quite a lot of hardships in your career area for a while now. But fear not, due to this retrograde motion, things will now start to improve because Jupiter will naturally impact the previous house, which is the 11th house of gains and benefits from the career area. So, for those people who don't have a job, now finally there could be some key openings where you could get a foot in the door. For those people already employed in a good company, try to now think differently on how you can be creative in bringing solutions to the table, how you can add value to your organization in a unique and distinct way from your colleagues, right? This is going to help you to stand apart from your competitors and get you the recognition and the rewards that you seek and desire. If we talk about business area, then overall both the months are looking to be now progressive, are looking to be more fruitful for business activities, especially if your business has any connection with import export or any foreign related business that you're dealing with, then you have a higher probability of being successful now. Your revenues can start to go up, your profits can increase, and overall your business can start to perform much better than it did in the past, because now you will start to think in a very practical way which can help you to take better business decisions. If we talk about finance, overall, both the months are also going to now improve for your inflow of money, right? Because your Lord of the 11th house, the Labhastan Mars, will transit in the second house, the Dhanastan. Even though it will be in debilitation, still it is a good yoga where the Lord of the house of gains will transit in the house of wealth. So naturally, it can provide a good boost to your finances. Just make sure to properly invest the money. Try to avoid unnecessary expenses, expenditure, because Saturn's malefic impact will still be there on your 11th house. So avoid high risk speculative investments and it will be beneficial. So if we talk about health area, overall, both the months are going to be a bit sensitive for your health because your ascendant Lord Mercury will keep transiting in the 6th house of health issues, and Saturn's impact will also be there on your 6th house. But fortunately, Jupiter's protective and beneficial aspect will also be there on your 6th and 8th houses, which will help to balance the situation to a great extent. So take good care of your health, eat a good nutritious diet, do regular exercise, yoga, meditation, pranayama, and overall it will be just fine. If we talk about love life, in terms of single people wanting to get into a new relationship, the month of November will be much better than the month of December. And even for those couples in a relationship, the month of November is going to be quite a fun filled, you know, month for you, full of romance, full of love, full of passion. But the month of December can be a bit troublesome. It can bring some ups and downs in your relationship. So plan accordingly and avoid getting into unnecessary arguments. If we talk about marriage area, overall the things will slowly start to improve a bit for single people wanting to get married, especially in the month of November. There can be some opportunities for single people to get married, but not in the month of December. Same thing for married couples. The month of November can be a bit more harmonious as compared to the month of December. If we talk about education, in terms of primary education, for those students pursuing bachelor's high school, it is going to be a difficult month, but not impossible to do well in your academics because Jupiter's blessings are on your fourth house. But try to not give in to the temptation of laziness, of distraction, and you will do great. If we talk about higher education, for those students pursuing master's PhD program, the time is looking to be good. With your hard work and effort, you can make excellent progress throughout November and December. If we talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journey, the time is not looking that great. If you have the option of working hybrid or a fully remote job, it will be better for you. In terms of long distance travel journey vacation, the time is looking much better. So you can certainly think of embarking on the same with your proper planning and due diligence. So I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Gemini friends, and I wish you the very best. For my Cancer Karka Rashi friends, let's talk about your career area first. If you look at both November and December, your career lord Mars is now going to transit in your ascendant itself in the debilitation sign of Cancer. Although it is not a bad thing because the first house is both a trine and a center house. It is a very auspicious bhav, and also Cancer is a friendly sign for Mars because it is great friends with its ruler Moon. Jupiter's turning retrograde will also add some beneficial impact to your career house, which will be a blessing in disguise, which can help to reduce the malefic impact that Saturn has been causing for such a long time. So naturally, you will start to perform better, you will become more focused, and with your hard work and effort, you will now achieve your projects in a timely manner, which can help to impress your bosses, your colleagues, and can help you to stand out amongst the crowd. So naturally, there can now be a quite progressive time at your workplace, which can boost your overall career growth and success in the time to come. If we talk about business area, I will say that your business lord Saturn is in the 8th house. Now it is turning direct in November. So the time is now going to improve as compared to the previous many months. Jupiter also becoming stronger due to retrogression, which is chestable, will beneficially impact your business house. And the good news is that especially in December, Venus will also grace your business house, and Venus is the natural significator of the 7th house in the Kal Purush Kundali, right? The sign of Libra is ruled by Venus. So Venus transiting to your 7th is also going to be quite beneficial for your overall business activities, and you can naturally gain some more profits, increase revenues due to the same. If we talk about finance, overall the inflow of money will start to increase. You will figure out more opportunities and ways you can invest, you can make more money. But you also need to be cautious about your savings, about your bank balance. Try to properly invest and save your money because Saturn's malefic impact on your second house will be there throughout November and December. So you will need to invest in the right way so that any risk taking activity should not be done because it can deplete your savings. If we talk about health area, overall the time is now going to get better for your health. You might do some research to figure out if you are having any health issues, what can be the remedy, what can be the solution for that. And Jupiter's retrogression can certainly help you to look in the past to figure out what can be a remedy that you might have missed or you might have not done, which you can now undertake to start feeling more healthier. If we talk about love life, overall, there are going to be now many opportunities for single people to meet new potential matches, to possibly get into a relationship, because Your fifth lord will be in your ascendant. Jupiter's drishti will also be on your fifth house, so very strongly activated. But you must not forget Saturn's malefic impact will also be on your fifth house. So take any decision with caution. For those couples already in a relationship, mostly it will be a good time. There will be some great memories to be made. So use this beneficial time to your advantage. Avoid getting into unnecessary arguments, quarrels, and your relationship will be just fine. If we talk about marriage area, overall, the time for single people to get married in November and December is getting stronger now, it's improving. So, if your natal chart, your Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantardasha, everything supports, then certainly there could be chance for getting married. And for married couples, in both the months, the time is going to be fairly good, fairly decent, as long as you're going to be loyal, caring, loving, honest, transparent with your spouse. You're going to have a beautiful married life. If we talk about education, in terms of primary education for those students pursuing bachelor's high school, the month of November can be a bit tough, but the month of December is going to be excellent. In terms of higher education, for those students pursuing master's PhD program, as long as you do not succumb to temptations, distractions, you can do excellent in your academics. And especially if you are in a foreign country, then you will do even better. If we talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journey, the time is looking to be good throughout the month of November, and even in December it can be quite good as long as you do not speed and drive your vehicle. In terms of long distance travel journey and vacation, you really need to think twice before embarking on major long distance travel, and do so only if necessary. So I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Cancer Karka Rashi friends, and I thank you for watching. For my Leo Simha Rashi friends, let's talk about your career area first. If we look at the month of November, the time is looking very auspicious. You can start to make good career progress. Reason being, your career lord Venus will be transiting in the auspicious fifth house. This is an excellent placement, right? So with your wit, intelligence, smart decision making process, you can achieve quite a bit at your workplace. Use the month of November wisely. If you don't have a job, give lots of interviews, because there is a good chance you can land a new job opportunity. In the month of December, Venus will transit to the sixth house, and the direct impact of Mars will also be there. It will be an exalted aspect. Although not majorly concerning, try not to get into unnecessary arguments, disputes, or quarrels with anyone at the workplace, and keep focused on your own task and duties. And that way, you will continue to make good progress even in the month of December. If we talk about the business area, then overall the time throughout November and December is looking to be quite good, quite profitable, because now your business lord is going to turn direct at the very start of the month itself, which is Saturn. So naturally, a good progression is indicated, an upward trajectory is seen. Play your cards right, stick with the status quo, don't take any major risk, because as you know, Saturn is the slowest moving planet. It likes when a person takes slow and steady and cautious decisions instead of being rash, because Mars 8 aspect will be on Saturn. So you need to not be very hasty or rash in your decision making. If we talk about finance, in terms of finance, the time is looking good as long as you are going to make some investments or do some decision making in regards to your real estate investment, because that is where the money flow is going to be in the month of November and December, right? It is mainly connected to properties, to real estate. So think of, is there something that you need to sell, that you have planned to sell for a long time, but you have just put it aside. Maybe you can sell it in the month of November or December for a good profit, right? So, real estate is going to be the key source of profit and finances in the month of November and December. If we talk about, and also I want to point out that, when it comes to real estate, since it's such a big decision, make sure that your natal birth chart, your Mahadasha, Antardasha, all these factors also support the same. If we talk about health area, overall, the time is a bit sensitive, although not majorly concerning, because Saturn, the ruler of your sixth, will be aspecting your ascendant with a strong enemy aspect throughout November and December. But Jupiter turning retrograde and its influence on your sixth house will help to balance the situation to a good extent. Just make sure to eat a proper healthy diet, take your medication if you have any on time, do relaxing breathing exercises, pranayama, take walks in the nature, spend time in the park, and that will be great for your health. If we talk about love life, then overall the month of November is going to be excellent for the love and romance area. And if you're single, some positive things can fructify. If you are in a relationship, then love, romance, passion is definitely going to be in the air. But in the month of December, be cautious. The time is not going to be that beneficial. So try not to jump into a new relationship without properly knowing that person. If you're already in a relationship, avoid getting into unnecessary quarrels and disputes. If we talk about marriage area, the time in November and December, both the months are looking quite beneficial for single people to get married, and even for married couples, the marital harmony bliss is going to be very good. If we talk about education, in terms of primary education, for those students pursuing bachelor's high school, the time is looking very positive. As long as you put in the hard work and effort, you will do great. In terms of higher education, for those students pursuing master's PhD program, it is going to be a tough month, quite a tough month. Your ninth lord will be in the 12th, Saturn's malefic impact on the ninth. So do not give in to any temptations, distractions, avoid getting into any arguments with your professors. Stay strictly focused on your educational goals, and that way you will do fine. If we talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journeys, the time is looking good, especially in the month of November, and not so much in December. In terms of long distance travel journey vacation, the time is not looking good throughout November and December. So if you can avoid embarking on major long distance journeys if possible, it will be better for you. So I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Leo friends, and I thank you. For my Virgo Kanya Rashi friends, let's talk about your career. If we look at both November and December, the time is looking to be quite good and progressive. Reason being, your career lord Mercury is going to be well placed throughout both those months. It will be transiting in the third house, which is an excellent placement for this planet, as it is the natural Kark or the natural ruler in the Kal Purush Kundali of the third bhava. So communication is the key theme here. If you effectively communicate your thoughts, your ideas at your workplace, whether it is in presentation, whether it is in person, whether it is via email, via calling, via message, whatever it might be, present your ideas in a clear, concise manner, as it will get noticed by the higher ups, and with your hard work and effort, you can start to get the appreciation and credit that you deserve. If we talk about business area, overall the time is not going to be good throughout both those months. Reason being, Jupiter, although it is in the ninth house, it will be retrograde, so influencing the eighth, and Rahu is going to be transiting in your business house. So naturally, Rahu being a planet of confusion, trickery, mirage, you need to be cautious in relation to taking important business decisions. Instead, stick with the status quo, do always what you have done, and you will be just fine. If we talk about finance, overall, the financial area is looking to be strong throughout November and December, and especially the financial flow can come through your career, like maybe a promotion, bonus, salary increment, or it can come through some real estate investment, possibly a sale of any land or real estate or property or a vehicle, or it can come in the month of December from a sale of any investment asset, or maybe through any speculative investment you had done in the past. So overall, the financial area is looking quite good and progressive throughout November and December. If we talk about health, in terms of health area, your Saturn, which is controller of the sixth house of health issues, will be impacted by Mars, but still, it won't be any major concerning issue. Just do not neglect any acute or chronic health issues if something was to bother you, and make sure to get timely treatment. If we talk about love life, in terms of those single people wanting to get into a relationship, the month of December is looking much better than the month of November. And for those couples already in a relationship, I will say avoid getting into arguments, disputes, or quarrels in the month of December, right? In the month of November, try not to get into disputes or quarrels with your partner. But in the month of December, the time will get better. If there are any issues still around that time, you can get those resolved. If we talk about marriage area, then November and December both are not good months for getting married. So try to delay that a bit. Try not to suddenly get married in those months. Rahu's transit in your seventh is not ideal for the same. For those married couples, I will highly recommend you to be faithful, loyal, transparent to you with your partner, with your spouse. If you're not, it can cause severe problems for you down the road. So be honest, be ethical in your married life, and you will reap the rewards. If we talk about education, in terms of primary education, for those students pursuing bachelor's high school, the time is looking good as long as you do not give in to any temptations, distractions, especially in the month of November. But December is looking to be even more progressive. If we talk about higher education, for those students pursuing master's PhD program, the time is looking to be quite good throughout both those months, and you will make excellent academic progress. If we talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journey, the time is looking to be mediocre. As long as you do not speed and drive your vehicle, you will be fine. If we talk about long distance travel journey and vacation, the time is looking good throughout November and December, so you can certainly think of embarking on the same. So I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Virgo friends, and I thank you for watching. For my Libra Tula Rashi friends, let's talk about your career area first. If we take a look at the months of November and December, those are looking to be quite progressive, filled with lot of growth, and I am seeing lot of potential in these months for you to accomplish your career goals and objectives, because you will have the strong support of Mars in your 10th house, where Mars gains directional strength, becomes Digbali, right? So it can give you the kind of boost, the kind of confidence, the energy, the vitality needed in order to prove your worth, prove your talents and skills at your workplace. If you don't have a job, I highly recommend keep applying and give lots of interviews, because there is a very good chance you could land a new job with a good salary and benefits package, especially in the month of December. So make the most use of it. If we talk about the business area, then overall, your business lord is again Mars, and it is transiting very powerfully. But you must not forget that Saturn's strong enemy aspect will be there on your business house. So take methodical, slow, and carefully calculated business decisions. Avoid taking hasty, rash, risky business decisions, and you will do just fine. If we talk about finance, overall, the month of November and the first 2 weeks of December are looking very good for your finances. Overall, your savings can start to grow. You will feel more abundance materialistically because your Lord of the 11th will transit in the Dhanastan, creating a good yoga. But Saturn's again straight impact on your 11th house will be there. So make wise investments, avoid making risky, high risk investments which can cause sudden losses. So if you play your cards right in the financial department, you can certainly save up good money in these couple of months. If we talk about health area, then overall no major health concerns are foreseen. With Rahu's transit and impact in the sixth house, you can recover from any underlying health issues and feel quite healthy in these months. Just do not neglect any chronic health issues if something was to bother you, and make sure to get that checked up. If we talk about love life, then overall the time is looking good for the most part, and for single people there can certainly be some opportunities presented where you might have a chance to start a new relationship. But do not take any decision on the fly, as Mars impact will be on your fifth lord. So take a slow and steady decision. And in regards to couples already in a relationship, avoid getting into unnecessary arguments, disputes, quarrels, because the fire element will be high. So as long as you compromise, you are caring and loving with your partner, your relationship will be quite good. If we talk about marriage area, for single people wanting to get married, the chances are now going to be there. But still, if your overall birth chart, you're not running a good Mahadasha, Antardasha, then I will say avoid getting married in these couple of months. Wait for a better time, because Saturn's strong enemy aspect will be there on your marriage house. For married couples, overall, if you're going to be loyal, honest, transparent with your spouse, then I do not see any major problems in your married life, and overall the marital peace and harmony can be maintained. If we talk about education in terms of primary education, for those students pursuing bachelor's high school, the time is looking quite strong. You will have a lot of energy to get things done and achieve good grades as long as you put your mind to work. If we talk about higher education, for those students pursuing master's PhD program, the time is also looking quite good throughout both the months, and especially in the second month, I mean in the month of December, it can be even more progressive. So try to make the best use of it. In terms of travel, short distance travel, journey, vacation is looking to be okay, not too great, not bad either. Just do not speed and drive your vehicle. In terms of long distance travel, journey, vacation, the time is looking to be fine throughout the month, and you can certainly think of embarking on the same. So I believe I covered all the areas of life, and I hope you have a wonderful month of November and December. For my Scorpio Vrishika Rashi friends, let's talk about your career area first. If we take a look at the month of November and December, you are now going to get some respite in your professional life. I know Saturn's strong enemy aspect on your 10th house may have been causing a lot of issues, hurdles, obstacles in your life since probably May, June of this year. But do not fear. Sun, which rules your career house, is now going to powerfully transit in these couple of months, which will provide good support and relief for your career area. With your hard work, effort, consistency, dedication, commitment, you can certainly achieve good milestones in these couple of months. So work your hardest, avoid getting into unnecessary quarrels, disputes, especially with your subordinates. at your workplace, and you will do great. You will achieve good growth and success in these couple of months. If we talk about business area, then overall the time is looking to be again quite good and progressive in these couple of months. Jupiter's retrogression in your business house can help you to uncover some important business deals. Think about different opportunities, think about strategies on how you can maximize your business potential and take it to new heights. Your business lord will also be quite well placed in these couple of months. So, think strategically, try to reduce your overhead expenses, think on how you can improve and increase your revenue profits, and start to think practically, and you will do great. If we talk about finance, overall, the financial area is also looking to be quite good in these couple of months, right? Your lord of the Dhanastan, of the wealth house, Jupiter, is now in retrogression, which means you need to think about reassessing, reevaluating your current portfolio, your investments, whether you need to redirect it into some different alternatives. So, this is a great time for you to take a pause, to focus on where you are at currently in financial matters and where you want to be in the coming time, because you can position yourself in such a way that you can achieve your long term financial objectives. If we talk about health area, then overall the time is looking to be mediocre, not too great, not too bad either. Just make sure to eat a good healthy diet, do some moderate exercise, yoga, meditation, pranayama, mindfulness exercises, do some relaxing breathing exercises, spending some time in nature can all do wonders to keep your health channeled in a positive way. If we talk about love life, then both the month of November and December, you will need to be a bit cautious. Reason, your fifth lord will be retrograde and Rahu is in your fifth house. For single people, I will suggest to take a pause and not jump into a new relationship in these couple of months. In terms of those couples in a relationship, try to reflect back on any pending issues that need to be resolved and try to get those resolved in these couple of months so you can have a fulfilling relationship moving forward without any kind of baggage or pending issues. If we talk about marriage area for single people hoping to get married, now the timeline is looking to be stronger for single people to possibly even get married. Jupiter is powerfully activating your marriage house. Your marriage ruler will also be quite well placed in November and December. So, as long as your Mahadasha, Antardasha, your natal birth chart supports it, it can be a good time for marriage. For those couples already married, your married life will be good as long as you are willing to work out the differences. If there are any issues that need to be addressed ASAP in these couple of months, those need to be solved so that you can be on the same page with your spouse and you can restore that marital bliss, harmony, peace back in your married life. If we talk about education, in terms of primary education, for those students pursuing bachelor's high school, you will have ample energy now in these couple of months. And if you put that energy to good use, you will make excellent academic progress. In terms of higher education, for those students pursuing master's, PhD program, the time is also looking good. You will be very much motivated. Your energy levels will be at a high. You just need to redirect that energy into your studies, into your research, into your academic focus, and you will do just fine. If we talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journey, the time is looking strongly activated and you can certainly embark on the same. In terms of long distance travel journey vacation, the time is also looking decent. Just do your proper due diligence research before embarking on any major long distance journey. I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Scorpio friends. and I hope you have a fantabulous month of November and December. For my Sagittarius Dhanu Rashi friends, let's talk about your career area. If I see the month of November and December, your career lord Mercury will be transiting in the strong Dustana Bhava, which is the 12th house, the house of loss, expenses, sudden changes, right? So you have to be cautious these couple of months in your career area. But the good part is that Jupiter's beneficial protective aspect will still be there on your career house, which will try to balance and save the situation. Ketu is also placed in your career house. So all these factors cannot be ignored. It is wise for you to stay focused on your task, on your duties, on your assignments, and avoid getting into unnecessary quarrels, arguments, disputes with your colleagues, bosses, or subordinates. And that way, you can safely sail your boat in these couple of months. Talking about business area, well, again, Mercury controls your business house. And as I just mentioned, it is in the 12th, but all is not lost. 12th house also has some of its advantages. Start to think of long term, focus on having a long term vision instead of short term. And that way you will work nicely with the 12th house energies. Start to map out what you really want to achieve in the long term future for your business, for your goals and objectives. Jot those down and start working on that. If you have a business connection with foreign lands, with foreigners, with people from different cultures, maybe an import export type of business, then it can actually do quite well in these couple of months. But in general, avoid taking major business risk. If we talk about financial area, these both couple of months are going to be just fine for you. They're actually going to be quite good if you play your cards right, if you invest wisely, if you are not taking any decision in haste, then you will be able to generate good wealth as well as save up your money. If we talk about health area, then try not to ignore any chronic health issues and make sure to consult your doctor in a timely manner if something was to bother you. Mars transiting in the 8th and Jupiter in the 6th might not be the best placement for your health outlook because Jupiter will also be retrograde, right? So retrogression can cause some health issues, or maybe health issues from the past could crop up that will need to be addressed and resolved. If we talk about love life, in terms of love and romantic life, it is not going to be a good month either in November or December. I will suggest single people to refrain from jumping into a new relationship. Your fifth lord will be transiting in the 8th house in debilitation, and the Neech Drishti of Shani will also be there on your 5th house. So you have to be very cautious. In terms of those couples already in a relationship, you will definitely experience some ups and downs, but try to work on your relationship, try to solve any issues that need to be solved, and stay loyal, stay committed, stay honest and transparent with your partner so that the relationship is maintained. If we talk about marriage area, for single people wanting to get married, well, the time is again not that great these couple of months. Your marriage lord Mercury will be transiting in the 12th house. So if you can delay that a bit, it will be better for you. Or unless, let's say, you're marrying in a foreign land, you're marrying a foreigner, a person from a very different race, culture, religion, then it might be okay. If we talk about those couple already married, right, leading a married life, there will be some ups and downs again because Mercury will be 6 places ahead of from the 7th house it rules. So try to work on those issues, try to compromise, try to make sure to, really be caring, loving towards your spouse so that you are going to be on the same page moving forward. If we talk about education, in terms of primary education, for those students pursuing bachelor's high school, there can be a lot of temptation and distraction. So be aware of that in these couple of months. If we talk about higher education, for those students pursuing bachelor's master's and PhD program, there can be a lot of pressure So stay focused. But if you keep working hard, you stay focused, then you can do quite well, especially in the month of December. The second half of December can be a great time for competitive examinations. If we talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journeys, the time is looking quite good throughout November and December, but not the same for long distance travel journey and vacation. But if you must embark on any long distance travel, make sure to do your proper planning research. Maybe take a trusted friend, colleague, family member, or a friend with you, as it will be better. I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Sagittarius friends, and I thank you for watching. For my Capricorn Makar Rashi friends, let's talk about your career. If I look at the month of November and December, well, the month of December is going to be a whole lot better and more progressive for your professional goals. In November, your career lord Venus will be transiting in the 12th house. Not the best placement. Although, if you are working in a foreign land, then it can be a progressive month for you. Or if you're looking for a job change, then also it can be a good time for you to start exploring some new opportunities. But the month of December can be quite rewarding, right? Because Venus, a Yoga Karaka planet which controls your career, will transit to your ascendant, where it is both a trine and a center house, a trikon and a kendra sthan, and that too in its very friendly Rashi of Capricorn. So it can be a very good time for you to make your mark in your professional life, to show your hidden talents and skills, and to impress your bosses. Because the month of December can be a game changer for you, so you need to make the most use of it. If you don't have a job, I highly recommend to use December to your advantage. Give lots of interviews because there is a strong chance you can land a good job with a good salary and benefits package. If I talk about the business area, then overall it will be strongly activated. Mars, although in its debilitation sign of Cancer, will be in your business house in November and December. But its Mool Trikon Rashi is in your fourth, and also the other sign is in the 11th. So, some profits, increased revenues can be felt, especially if you have a real estate business, then also you can do quite well. You will have a lot of enthusiasm, lot of energy, lot of kind of vitality to focus and put your energy in your business domain. But just make sure that you do not take any hasty, rash decision, because Mars has that fiery element where if you do not think twice before taking a decision, it can hamper your progress. And also, Saturn is in the second house, right? So it is in your wealth house. So you need to be cautious with your business financial investments. If we talk about finance, well, overall the time is looking quite good both the months, especially the month of November and December can be both good in specific ways. Like in the month of November, it can be great for you to reassess and realign your portfolio investments. In the month of December, you can focus more on long term strategic investments, which can yield a good return or ROI down the road for you. If we talk about health area, then overall the timeline is looking quite good for your health. I do not see any major concerns. Just eat right, try to do some moderate exercise, yoga, meditation, pranayama. Doing all these will keep your health channeled in a positive way. If we talk about love life, then overall the month of December will be much better as compared to November for single people hoping to meet someone new or wanting to get into a relationship. And for those couples already in a relationship, overall the time is going to be filled with a lot of passion, love, romance. So enjoy, because these couple of months will be quite good for your romantic life. If we talk about marriage, in terms of single people wanting to get married, The month can offer some opportunities, but it is up to you to decide if it is the right time for you. Also, taking into consideration your Mahadasha, Antardasha, all these factors. For married couples, the month of November and December will be filled full of passion, love, romance, excitement, because Mars in the seventh house will provide that kind of energy. Just try not to be too aggressive with your speech, or that could cause some misunderstandings in your marital life. If we talk about education, in terms of primary education for those students who pursue high school and bachelor's, both the month of November and December can be a bit tough. Reason being, your fourth lord will be transiting in its debilitation sign Cancer, and the strong enemy aspect of Saturn will also be there. So, try to focus and work your hardest so you can do well academically. If we talk about higher education, for those students pursuing master's PhD program, the time is looking to be much more favorable, and with your hard work and effort, you can certainly do very well in your academics. If we talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journey, the time is looking good throughout November and December. And as long as you really need to travel, then it should be fine. If we talk about long distance travel journey vacation, both November and December are looking to be quite fruitful for the same. So I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Capricorn friends, and I hope you have a wonderful month of November and December 2024. For my Aquarius Kumbha Rashi friends, let's talk about your career. If I take a look at the month of November and December, your career lord Mars will be transiting in the 6th house. Now, this is a very good placement, although in its debilitation sign Cancer. But still, it is a friendly sign for Mars, as the ruler is best friends with Mars, which is Moon. But you cannot ignore the fact that Saturn's strong enemy aspect will still be there on your career house. But again, a good news is that Jupiter's direct impact and the blessings on your career house will also be there to balance the situation. So, overall, with your hard work, effort, dedication, commitment to your projects, to your duties, to your tasks and assignments, you can certainly do quite well and progress quite a bit in these couple of months. Especially Mars' position in the 6th can help you to overcome your enemies, competition, and rise on top above them. So use it to your advantage and be a force to be reckoned with. If we talk about business area, then this one is a bit more of a concern both month of November and December, because Saturn's strong impact will be there on your house of business without the protection of Jupiter. But the good part is that your business lord sun will be well placed throughout November and December, giving you some sort of advantage, some sort of edge or upper hand in business related dealings. But you must play your cards right, not take any sudden hasty decisions, and if you take carefully calculated methodical business decisions, then you can do quite well in both these months. And especially in the month of December, there can be some increased profits, revenues from your business activities. If we talk about financial area, then overall the time is looking to be stronger. The income flow can get much better in the coming months. But Rahu is in your second house. So be very wise when it comes to your investments, when it comes to your savings, and do not throw caution to the wind, and you will do just great in terms of finances. If we talk about health area, then overall the time is looking good in November and December. You will have strong energy levels, good immunity, strong vitality, and you will be able to get things done. You will be very outdoorsy. You will also feel very fighting fit. You will feel healthier compared to the previous months. If we talk about love life, for single people hoping to get into a new relationship, the time is looking somewhat decent, not excellent, but still there are good chances for single people to find a compatible match in both November and December. If we talk about couples already in a relationship, overall the time is looking quite good, especially in the month of November, and there will be a lot of love, romance, passion in your relationship that can be felt. If we talk about marriage area for single people wanting to get married, well, I will say it's best to delay it a bit if you can. But if overall your natal birth chart, the Mahadasha, Antardasha support this, then it would be fine to even get married, as your marriage lord's sun will be well placed throughout the month. For married couples, the time is looking good as long as you are going to be loyal, caring, loving, honest, transparent with your spouse, then you can have a wonderful married life. If we talk about education in terms of primary education for those students pursuing high school bachelor's, the time is looking quite good. As long as you are willing to put in the hard work and effort, then you will do great. In terms of higher education for students pursuing master's PhD program, the time, especially in November, is looking excellent. But in December, for those students studying abroad, it can be a beautiful time. In terms of travel, for short distance travel journeys, the time is not that great. So if you can avoid too much of that, it will be better for you. In terms of long distance travel journey vacation, the time is looking good throughout the month. So you can certainly think of embarking on the same. I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Aquarius friends, and I thank you for watching. For my Pisces Meen Rashi friends, let's talk about your career area. In the month of November and December, I am seeing good progression. In November, Venus will be transiting in your career house. This can be a great time for those people giving interviews. You might be able to successfully land a new job. In the month of December, in the second half, Sun, which becomes Digbali, directionally strong, will transit in your 10th house. Your career lord is also going to be retrograde. This means that you will have ample amount of energy, enthusiasm. You will use your wit, intelligence to think on how you can improve your productivity, improve your work life balance, improve your daily work routine, how you can make modifications to it to enable you to work smarter, not harder. So, doing this will naturally enable you to accomplish your career goals and objectives. If we talk about business area, then also it is looking quite good throughout November and December. Your business lord Mercury will be well placed with the beneficial aspect of Jupiter on it. Saturn's aspect will also be there, but Jupiter being retrograde, having Chestable, will naturally impact it more. So, doing some important business deals, thinking of business partnerships, thinking of business expansion, this can all certainly be on the cards. And many of the people you might meet during your business deals or any conference you might attend, any seminars, any networking can be with people who you have a strong past life karmic bond, because Ketu's presence is in your business house itself. If we talk about finance, then overall the financial flow will now get better. It will improve. Your 11th lord is becoming direct. Then Jupiter's retrogression will impact your second house, increase your savings, bank balance. This will help you to feel more financially stable as the month of November progresses, as well as December, which can be quite a rewarding month financially. If we talk about health area, then it is advisable to maintain caution. Do not throw, caution to the wind. Take good care of your diet, exercise, yoga, meditation. All this must be done in order to keep your health channeled in a positive way. Because your sixth house will be impacted, your second house will be impacted in a malefic way. So you need to take care of your health. Even Rahu is in your ascendant right now. So just, take care of your health and do common sense everyday things, right? And you will be just fine. If we talk about love life, then for single people wanting to get into a relationship, there will be opportunities. Mars in your fifth house can make you a bit impatient, can make you impulsive. So take your time and watch out for that. For those couples already in a relationship, you can experience a lot of love, romance, passion in your relationship in November and December. If we talk about marriage, for single people wanting to get married, the time is looking good. Overall, it's supportive, and as long as your natal birth chart, Mahadasha, Antardasha, all these factors support, there is possibility of marriage on the cards. If we talk about those couples already married, overall the time is looking to be good for the most part. I'm not seeing any major concerns. I think doing some long distance traveling or maybe going on a long distance vacation with your spouse can do wonders for your married life. If we talk about education, in terms of primary education for those students pursuing bachelor's high school, the time is looking excellent throughout the month and you will make good academic progress. For those students pursuing higher education like master's PhD program, the time is also looking good. As long as you put in the hard work effort, you will do great. If we talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journeys, the time is looking good throughout November and December. And in terms of long distance journey, vacation travel, it is looking to be good for the most part. As long as you do your proper planning, research, and due diligence, you can certainly embark on any long distance travel that you had intended to. I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Pisces Meen Rashi friends. I thank you for watching and all the best.